One Punch Man is one of the most popular anime in the 2010s. Season 1 was an absolute banger. It was the parody that became a legend, with clean animation and impeccable storytelling that kept us hooked throughout the season. And then, the Season 2 happened. Yeah, let's just say the only thing it punched was my expectations straight into the ground. So when Season 3 got announced, fans were like, finally, the redemption arc. It was easily one of the most anticipated anime of 2025. But here we are, less than a month away from release. Instead of hype, all we've got is frustration, confusion, and memes about the new director. So, is Season 3 really doomed as many say? Or is everyone just overreacting? Let's dive in. To start off, let's understand what it got to this point. As I said, OPM 1 was a masterpiece, and everyone loved it, except for maybe the people who say Saitama is boring because he wins every fight in one punch. Like, hello? That's literally the title. But even they couldn't deny that Madhouse and the staff working on OPM 1 absolutely nailed it. The crisp animation, the perfect balance of comedy and action, the pacing, everything clicked. Then when the world needed them most, they vanished.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
Then JC staff came as the savior, with the promise to deliver an epic Season 2. And what did we get? A downgrade so hard it felt like going from watching IMAX Avengers to a PowerPoint slideshow with random sound effects. Don't get me wrong, JC Staff is a well-known studio that has anime like Toradora, Food Wars, and Konosuba under their belt. Yet somehow, with all those hits on their resume, they managed to turn One Punch Man Season 2 into anime's most disappointing sequel.
I don't know what the that was.
So for Season 3, fans were praying harder for redemption than Saitama does for supermarket sales. But with no proper trailers, most of us were just clinging to scraps of news from the production team. Then, on September 3rd, the long-awaited trailer finally dropped, only to be such a letdown that it sparked massive backlash, forcing the director to step forward and publicly apologize. Which, of course, only earned him even more backlash, and left everyone questioning his ability to handle the series. Anyway, that's enough history class. Let's talk about the drama we've got right now with Season 3. First off, the #1 complaint fans, including me, have is the absolute horror show of a schedule. Where the hell are the trailers? To anyone who doesn't think this is a huge issue, let's rewind and compare this to Season 1, which, by the way, ended up being a massive success. Back then, the first trailer dropped in March 2015. And sure, like the Season 3 teaser we have now, it didn't have many scenes where characters were in motion. But then, second trailer at the end of July, and a third trailer at the start of September. Both packed with real action scenes, proper animation, actual fighting. You know, the stuff that gets people hyped. Now, let's check Season 3. One teaser in March 2025, and then... For 7 months, we were all just sitting around like side characters waiting for Saitama to show up. And then finally, JC staff was like, okay guys, here's the trailer you've all been waiting for. And what did we get? A 16 freaking second banger. Yeah, a whole 16 seconds. With what exactly? Mouths flapping, more mouths flapping, even more mouths flapping. And then Garo casually taking a few steps, like he's on his way to take a poop. And the best part? 90% of the footage was recycled from the first trailer, except now the mouths weren't closed. Wow. Incredible. Truly worth the 7-month wait. And then JC staff had the nerve to say, oh, that wasn't really a trailer, just a commercial video. So yeah, here we are, less than 30 days from the premiere, and we still don't have a single clip of Saitama throwing one damn punch. You know, the literal title of the anime. So naturally, the next big question is, if the promo is being handled this badly, how good will the actual animation and story be? Because let's be real, even My Sister, My Writer, yes, even that train wreck of an anime, had a proper trailer 2 months before release. That's how low the bar is right now. Now, let's talk about animation. But before that, we gotta talk about the director. Oh yes, the man himself, Shinpei Nagai, who was basically hiding like freaking Zetsu in Naruto. Right after that commercial dropped and fans started roasting it, Nagai finally posted on X, admitting that he's the director. And his excuse? He didn't want to reveal it earlier because he's relatively unknown. Bruh, why the hell did you sign up to direct one of the most anticipated anime of the decade if you were going to play hide and seek with your own name? You can't keep the director of One Punch Man Season 3 a secret. That's not how any of this works. If he had just introduced himself properly from the start, I honestly think fans would have accepted him a lot more than they do now. Instead, this whole mystery director stunt just made him look like even more incompetent. And of course, the internet did what the internet does best. Fans roasted him alive. People started calling him the hentai director, digging through his past projects. And well, of course, just like you, I got so excited, I went on full FBI mode digging through his other works. Finally, some research I was happy to do.
Stop it. Get some help.
Almost got distracted there. Anyway, looking at his portfolio, he has directed some adult stuff. Sure, but also episodes of Psycho Pass, Gangsta, and even the slice-of-life comedy I Can't Understand What My Husband Is Saying. So it's not like the guy is totally inexperienced. So here's the real question. Is he actually as bad as people say? Or has he just become the scapegoat for JC Staff's ongoing shit show? Looking at his past work, his direction and storyboarding seemed fine. He was even the key animator for the first episode of Dead Mount Deathplay. And honestly, the animation looked good. Not world-class, sure, but definitely not trash either. Even his character work in previous projects was pretty decent. The real challenge, though, is that he's stepping into a massive project. An action-heavy anime with ridiculous fight choreography. That's a whole different scale compared to what he's handled before. Still, I'll admit, he does seem like a competent artist. And there were even other artists speaking out for him, which is why I think the sheer amount of hate he's getting feels kinda unfair. And if we look closely, the animation itself doesn't look as catastrophic as Season 2. At least from the previews we've seen, it's a step up. New character designs look closer to the manga, with more depth and detail. Genos doesn't look like some cursed metallic Minecraft mod anymore. The hideous textures are gone, and overall, things feel sharper. So yeah, there's some hope buried under all this chaos. But here's where my disappointment gets complicated. Is Shinpei Nagai the wrong choice? Probably. He doesn't exactly scream action director personality. But is he the problem? Not really. What actually worries me more is the sound direction. Season 3's sound director is Miwa Iwanami, the same guy from Season 2. Now, yes, he's worked on big names like Fate Zero and SAO, but let's keep it real. Season 2's sound design was so fucking bad. I mean, what the hell were those laser cannon noises? I can only pray Season 3 doesn't recycle that mess. Because at the end of the day, I feel like Nagai is being set up as the sacrificial lamb. JC Staff has been mishandling OPM since Season 2. Late trailers, underwhelming promotion, radio silence for months. Same old story. And when fans get mad, boom. The director takes all the heat while the executives hide in the shadows. To be fair, from the little we've seen, the character art does look sharper than Season 2. So maybe, there's a sliver of hope. But unless the fight scenes deliver, Season 3 risks pulling another Naruto vs. Pain scene. Memorable, but for all the wrong reasons. So, are we doomed? Honestly, yeah, it's not looking great. The schedule's a mess, the director reveal was handled like a bad prank, and the trailers look like PowerPoint presentations with background music. But part of me still wants to believe. Season 1 proved how incredible this story can be. Season 2 proved how fast it can flop. And Season 3? It's hanging by a thread. At the end of the day, Nagai might not be the savior OPM needs, but he's also not the amateur director people are making him out to be. The real culprits here are the studio execs cutting corners and hiding behind him. So buckle up. In less than a month, we'll find out if Season 3 finally lands a serious punch, or just sucker punches us fans in the face again. So let me know in the comments, are you still hyped for Season 3 or already bracing for disappointment? Because as for me, I'm stocking up on popcorn, and if it's another shit show, I'll be pulling a full light Yagami, slamming my notebook shut after writing JC Staff in giant letters. Finally, if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon, and I'll see you in the next one.